If the devil wanted to walk among us, how would we recognize him? What if someone dressed as a priest spoke with knowledge no human should have? Why do so many people describe the same woman in black standing silently where no one should be? How could a complete stranger know things about you that no one ever told him? Would you trust a night traveler whose destination doesn't exist on any map? If a child stands under a light but casts no shadow, what would you think? Welcome to Charnova. What if you realized the person you've been with all day, the one you've been talking to, wasn't human at all? Today we're diving into 5 real-life cases where the devil appeared among us with a perfectly human face. Number 5. The unknown priest. Some of the strangest stories don't begin in dark alleys, but in places meant to feel safe. Witnesses remember a priest who appeared suddenly, as if he had always been there. Nothing about his clothes seemed unusual, yet something about his presence felt wrong. People listened quietly, unsure why their sense of comfort slowly faded. After the service ended, no one remembered seeing him leave. Church records showed no trace of a priest assigned that night. Psychologists say shared expectations can shape powerful experiences. Yet, similar stories have been told in different places by people who never met. Some believe it was a warning. Others say it was simply the mind at work. Maybe the real mystery isn't who the priest was, but why the story still lingers. Number 4. The Lady in Black. Witnesses often describe her the same way, a woman in black standing where no one should be. She doesn't chase, she doesn't speak, she only watches silently. Most encounters happen late at night when the mind is tired and streets are empty. People say her face is hard to remember, as if the mind refuses to keep it mysterious. In some stories, she appears near accidents, just moments before they happen. Skeptics call it stress or fear, but the details repeat too often to ignore. Across different countries, the clothes are the same, long, dark, and old-fashioned. Some believe she reflects something human fears to face, guilt, loss, or regret.
Finding the balance between our conscious desires and the deeper subconscious motivations is the core challenge of self-understanding.
What unsettles witnesses most is not her presence, but how suddenly she vanishes. Whether symbol, illusion, or something else, the woman in black keeps appearing unanswered. Number 3. The Mysterious Stranger. It started with a simple report. Someone saw a man who didn't seem to belong anywhere. What made the story strange was not fear, but how familiar the man felt to everyone who saw him. Different witnesses, different cities, yet the same face described again and again. Some claimed they noticed him only after he had already passed by. Cameras captured his presence, but never enough to explain who he was. Those who spoke to him said his words were normal, his presence was not. Strangely, the fear often came later, when people tried to remember his face. Psychology explains some encounters, but not why the stories match so closely. Old records suggest this was not the first time the man had been seen. Whether coincidence or something unknown, the man appeared and then was gone. Number 2. The Night Hitchhiker. It usually begins on an empty road when you think you're completely alone. Drivers report seeing a lone traveler standing quietly, asking for help. At first, nothing about him feels strange or threatening. But once he sits inside the car, an unnatural silence fills the space. Many drivers say they avoided eye contact without knowing why. The moment they look away for just a second, everything changes. The passenger seat is suddenly empty, with no sign of how he left. What's unsettling is how similar these stories are across different countries. Some explain it as fatigue, others as folklore passed down for generations. But those who experienced it all agree on one thing: it felt real. Number 1. The Shadowless Child. It started with a simple detail people noticed too late. The child's shadow never appeared. Witnesses said the light was right, the ground was clear, yet the space beneath the child stayed empty. At first, everyone blamed angles, lamps, or imagination, until the same detail repeated. The child spoke normally, smiled normally, but something expected was always missing. In folklore, shadows represent presence, and their absence raises unsettling questions. Some believe the mind fills gaps when fear takes control, turning coincidence into meaning. Experts suggest lighting conditions can deceive perception, but not everyone was convinced. The strangest part wasn't what people saw, but what they couldn't explain. After that night, witnesses avoided the place, and the child was never seen again. Whether illusion, fear, or something unknown, the story of the child without a shadow remains unfinished, mysterious. The next person who smiles at you might not even be human. Do you think the devil is truly among us? Comment your thoughts and subscribe for forbidden cases. Until the next story, beware of strangers.